Hello guys, this is Daniel Coates. Welcome back to my channel, the Arm Wrestler content creator. I've been already a couple of times at the East vs West, and you guys already probably know me from doing podcasts with athletes, training videos, and so on. You guys already know me. And as promised a couple of months ago, I am here today with one main goal, which is give you a fair opinion and a review about the Arm Wrestling Beginners course of the Arm Wrestling Academy designed by Coach Ray. So now that we know that we're here, let's get into the website and have a look and see why not the presentation video.
Do you want to win at arm wrestling? You have watched countless YouTube videos, but instead of clear answers, you're left more confused than ever, realizing that arm wrestling isn't as simple as it seems. You're frustrated, struggling to find the right exercises, the right techniques, and unsure how to get stronger. Worst of all, you don't even know where to begin. You put in so much effort in training hard, but you just keep losing. And at the end, all you get is more pain. Trust me, I get it. My name's Coach Ray. I'm a professional arm wrestler with 2 decades of experience. I have coached hundreds of beginners to become pros. Believe it or not, I started at the same place. Frustrated, lost, and tired. There were so many conflicting opinions and no real system to follow. That's why I created Arm Wrestling Academy, a complete course that takes out all the questions and gives you the answers. Turns beginners into champions. This isn't just another video, it's a step-by-step guide for you to stop losing and start winning. Inside this course, you'll get a clear roadmap to become an arm wrestling champion, powerful training plans tailored to your access to equipment, the secret formula of winning arm wrestling competitions, and so much more. Viral forces coming through. The big difference is you want everything to be, that's the most important. Trust the process, follow the steps, and soon you'll be losing less and winning more. So, are you ready to become an arm wrestling champion? I'll see you in the course. Stay strong and love arm wrestling.
Good presentation. If you have been already so far, it's clearly because you are curious about the video. What do I have to say? What is my opinion? And especially maybe you wonder if this course in the end, if it is for you or not. So in order to make this video as quick, short, and efficient as possible, I have here a notebook, guys, with a couple of points, questions to more or less reply on the go. However, if by the end of the video you still have some queries, some questions, anything you would like to know, guys, drop me a comment. I will be more than happy to help. So obviously, now that we are in the website, the very first point to touch will be why to do this course and what makes it different from other providers, right? So I totally believe that this is the first course that we find online of this size, of this quality. I mean, let me get to my point. Let me do my point. It is true that I had a look into the internet, a little bit of a research, and I found some courses even in Udemy, but they are not as big as compared to this one. And obviously the first things that we know, this is both the pricing and who's doing the course, right? Because this is my point. If you are, like you see here in the main screen, all right, if you're thinking about to invest your money on a program or in a course like this, you want to make sure that you are investing your money in someone who knows what is teaching, that knows what is doing, all right? And we are clearly talking about Coach Ray, guys. I couldn't think of anybody else better in the world of the internet that could provide you better insights about the sport, that is to say, guys. He has plenty of years of experience competing, training other athletes, and he's highly involved with the East vs West organizations and so on. So if you're thinking about or you're worried about if you're going to invest your money in someone who knows, that question is being solved, right? We can trust Coach Ray and our money to that. Good. So now, obviously we talk about the pricing. A little bit of discount now because it is Easter, that's cool. But anyway, now that we have cleared that, is it expensive, it is cheap? Well, from my logic, I think is more or less in the middle point, right? Let's move to the second part of the question, right? What we can expect and what we cannot expect from the course. Obviously, I'm not going to show you everything because, well, it's a private course and you have to pay for it, but I'm going to give you some bits and bobs. And one of the things you need to expect and you cannot expect from this is exactly that, okay? This is not personal training. It's an already designed course and giving to you a full package with videos, PDFs, full guidelines, So as mentioned, this is not personal training, it's an already package for you to follow the guidelines and complete it, okay? However, of course, if you have any query during the course, you can always contact Coach Ray for any query. He will not have any problem to answer any of your questions if you have one. And I'm talking about my own experience, okay? Now that we have more or less that clear, let's move to the third part of this video, okay? What's inside the course, the content? As you can see here, guys, videos, everything from the very beginning, how to do arm wrestling without breaking your arm, first steps into arm wrestling, then exercises, all sorts of tips, even in nutrition, a little bit on recovery, anatomy, competition, secrets, all of that is being covered here, guys. And especially, which is very basic for you to break it down, very easy. Videos, PDFs, including blueprints, which is very interesting for me, and the training programs. It has 3 training programs, guys. The basic guidelines, the train at any gym, and the train like a pro training program. And the fourth one, which is very interesting, the blueprints. So what is the blueprints? The blueprints is basically a PDF on how you can arrange or organize your training days separated in muscle groups, okay? Pronation, supination, wrist, and all of that, which is very interesting. And after you've gone through all the videos and all the guidelines and you have a read, very interesting the fact that you can personalize your own trainings and choose your exercises. As for example, let's just say that you have any kind of problem performing any exercise because it's not good for you, for health issues or whatsoever. That's not a problem. Once that you have the blueprints and you understand how to use them, you can change and modify some exercises and add them to your training. In other words, you can make your training program and your blueprints yours, okay? You can fully personalize that. However, what I did and my advice to you is, if you are perfectly fine, you're perfectly healthy, do the training as it is given for you, okay? Okay, let's move to the interesting part, okay? My training experience and results, because in the end, that's what you are more keen about, to know my experience, if it's worth it or not. Good, so my take is that so far, so good. As mentioned before, I am doing this course right at the end of 10 weeks of training of one of the training programs that is provided, one of the 3 that are given. More specifically, I've completed the basic training guidelines, all right, guys, which is 8 weeks of training plus 1 week of peak week before a competition, which I selected on the calendar. It was the 20th anniversary of the Preston Panthers. Very good day. Rustam Babaye was there and he'll pick up as well. But anyway, let's just not divert and focus. So, quick question, did I improve my numbers, my performance on the table? Yes. Because obviously when you go to training and you go to the gym, what you need to take with you is the training program and write down everything, all your numbers and everything that you're doing. And from week 1 to week 8 and 9, of course, my numbers were up. And especially the real feedback, what really matters is table time. Good. So training with my guys of the Swindon Crusaders and several other guys from all places, but especially at the Swindon Crusaders, the feedback so far has been positive. Guys like, for example, Scott Barrett telling me that my wrist is getting stronger. Lee Weber the other day told me my side pressure is getting stronger, like I have improved. Period. I have improved. Now it's up to me, carry on going forward with the training programs, for example, training like a pro, and especially, which is the very big take of me, or for me about this course, it's not only just the training program, which is a compilation of exercises for you to do, is the blueprints, guys. Really, the blueprints for me is the biggest take of this training program. How Coach Ray articulates the training per week, separated in different muscle groups. So it's really interesting and really very good value for the money it's given, right? Because this is the good point, guys. This is not just training programs for 3 months to follow and ciao. No, you can really use them, reuse them, and up to 1 or 2 years of training. So that's very good. And as mentioned, especially if you understand the blueprints and how to articulate your own training, let's say after some period of time, okay? So really worth the experience. So for a guy like me that is not really a novice anymore, because I've been 5 years in the sport, I already got my pro card last year in the nationals, getting second and so on, fine. I could learn or really learn a couple of things very interesting for me, even though it's been designed for novice. So in general, I'm being very brief and straight to the point. The training programs worked for me very well. I have improved my numbers on the gym. I have improved on the table. I have learned and relearned a couple of things through the videos. So overall has been a very positive experience, okay? And I'll keep going forward with everything. Now that we have more or less discussed all of that, the content, who's doing the course, if we can trust the guy, of course we can do. If I have improved, yes guys, I have improved both on the table time and on the gym, which is important, both of them. So I'm very happy with this experience. The final part will be, things that could improve in regards of the course or the website, and if I would recommend it. Good. So talking about things that could really improve or additions to the course and the website. Well, I mean, it's designed for beginners, and there are some things here to amend. Perhaps one of the names of the exercises here is repeated twice. I mean, it has the same name, but there are different exercises, so that's not a really problem. It's just a little mistake, something to write, change the name, and that's it. And perhaps it would be very cool, perhaps if these guys, Coach Ray or whoever is taking care of the website, could design some kind of private community for anyone that is doing the course, you know, so the people there can share their things that they are doing, their progress, you know, kind of a forum, a private community about this. It could be a good addition for anyone who's doing this, right? Before we finish with this video, guys, let's talk about the sponsors. I have discount codes for you and personalized links, so if you need to buy any equipment from either Arm Wrestling store or from Bristol, you can use my discount code, guys. You will save money, and also you will help me to carry on with my projects. So would I recommend to do this course? Well, guys, this is the point. And as mentioned before, I've been 5 years into the sport, and I still was able to learn and really learn a couple of things. Overall, a positive experience. Okay, guys, I tell you, now that I have the blueprints and I'm going to start the pro training and everything, I'm going to carry on moving forward. Okay, so that is to say, I consider it a positive experience. So if you're thinking about doing it, if you are able to pay for it and you want to do it, do it. That's it. And if you don't do it. But anyway, now that we mentioned about the pricing, I am in the middle of more or less conversations with Coach Ray to see if I can give you guys a discount code to do the things a little bit cheaper, which is not guaranteed yet. So either guys have a look into the comments or in the description of the video, because maybe I can get a discount for you or not. We will see how the thing is going, okay? So far, so good. I hope I cover everything, but as mentioned before, you have any queries, guys, let me know in the comments. I'm more than happy to reply. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share the video if you think it's going to be useful for anyone. Take care, and we'll see you. What's up, Harry? Hi, guys. Welcome to the Swindon Crusaders. This is probably one of the best teams, at least in the southwest of England.